Tes tes, boleh dengar? Buka.
Boleh.
Let's put it in motion. Girl, give me a promotion. Let's make it feel like a vacation. Turn a bed into an ocean. We don't need nobody. I just need your body. Nothing but sheets in between us.
Hawa? Hello, Hawa? Tak dengar tu. Background dia.
Hawa background. Kalau background. Tak dengar tu.
But I gotta put in work. I ain't gotta go to work. Let your body do the work. We can work from home. We can work from home. We can work from home. Yeah. We can work from home. I don't wanna know who's taking you home, and loving you so. The way I used to love you, oh, don't wanna know who's taking you home, and loving you so. The way I used to love you, oh, don't wanna know. Wasted. And the more I drink, the more I think about you. Oh no, I can't take it. Baby, every place I go reminds me of you. What do you think of me, of what we used to be? Is it better now that I'm not around? Friends are acting strange, they don't bring up your name. Are you happy now? Are you happy now? I don't wanna know who's taking you home, and loving you so. The way I used to love you, oh, don't wanna know who's taking you home, and loving you so.
Okay.
The way I used to love you, oh, don't wanna know. And every time I go out, yeah, I'm hearing from this one, hearing from that one, that you got someone new. I see but I don't believe it. Even in my head, you're still in my bed. Maybe I'm just see but I don't believe it. Do you think of me? In my head, still in my bed. Maybe I'm just losing better now that I'm not around. Friends are acting strange, don't bring up your name. Are you happy now? Are you happy now? I don't wanna know who's taking you home, love me so. The way I used to love you, oh, don't wanna know, who's taking you home, love me so. The way I used to love you, oh, don't wanna know, who's taking you home, love me so. The way I used to love you, oh, don't wanna know, who's taking you home, and loving you so. The way I used to love you, oh, don't wanna know, who's taking you home, and loving you so. The way I used to love you, oh, don't wanna know, oh yeah. The way I used to love you, oh, don't wanna know. Beautiful one, hating, crazy. Thinking about the way I was. Did the heartbreak change me? Maybe. But look at where I ended up. I'm all good already, so moved on. It's scary, I'm not where you left me at all. So, if you don't wanna see me, then stay with somebody. If you wanna believe that anything could stop me, don't show up, don't come out, don't start caring about me now. Walk away, you know how. Don't start caring about me now. Aren't you the guy who tried to hurt me with the word goodbye? Though it took some time to survive you, I'm better on the other side. I'm all good already, so moved on. It's scary, I'm not where you left me at all. So, if you don't wanna see me, then stay with somebody. If you wanna believe that anything could stop me, don't show up, don't come out, don't start caring about me now. Walk away, you know how. Don't start caring about me now. Don't show up, don't come out, don't start caring about me now. Walk away, oh you know how. Don't start caring about me now. If you don't wanna see me, then stay with somebody. Oh, if you wanna believe that anything could stop me.
They say, oh my God, I see the way you shine. Take your hand, my dear, and place them both in mine. You know you stopped me dead when I was passing by. And now I beg to see you dance just one more time. Ooh, I see you, see you, see you every time. And oh my, I like your style. You make me wanna cry. And now I beg to see you dance just one more time. So they say, dance for me, dance for me, dance for me, oh, oh. I've never seen anybody do the things you do before. They say, move for me, move for me, move for me, eh, eh. And when you're done, I'll make you do it all again. I say, oh my God, I see you walking by. I'll make you do it all. Take my hand, my dear, and look me. I say, oh my God, I see you just walking by. Dancing my whole life, but you just beg to see me dance just one more time. Ooh, I see you, see you, see you every
Hi, Miss. Can you hear me, Miss?
time. Oh my, I like your style. You make me
Hello, everyone. Yes, I can hear you.
Right, thank you, Miss.
Yeah, just
Welcome.
call me Michelle. Don't worry.
Okay.
Do before. They say, move for me, move for me, move for me. things you do before. Move for me, move for me, things you do before. Do it all again, do it all again. I've never seen anybody do the things you do before. Seen the things you do before. When you're done, do it all again, all again. Here's to the ones that we got.
Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. Cause the dreams bring back all the memories of everything we've been through.
Toast to the ones here today.
Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back you.
There's a time that I remember when I did not know no pain.
When I believed in forever and everything would stay the same.
Now my heart feels like December when somebody say your name.
Cause I can't reach out to call you, but I know I will someday, yeah.
And everybody hurts sometimes.
Everybody hurts someday, but everything gon' be alright. Go and raise a glass and say, hey, here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back Memories bring back you.
There's a time that I remember when I never felt so lost.
When I felt all of the hatred was too powerful to stop.
Now my heart feels like an ember and it's lighting up the dark. I'll carry these torches for ya,
But you know I'll never drop, yeah.
Everybody hurts sometimes.
Yeah, everybody hurts someday, but everything gon' be alright. Go and raise a glass and say, yeah.
Here's to the ones that we got.
Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through.
Toast to the ones here today.
Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back you.
Do 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 do.
Memories bring back.
Here's to the ones that we got.
Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back you.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, as we are about to begin, please be seated. I have a note to make before we begin today's webinar. I would like to suggest you can give cooperation during the webinar. Kindly switch your mobile phones to silent mode to avoid any kind of interruption. Thank you for your kind cooperation and attention. We will begin shortly, so bear with us, and while waiting, attendees, if you can, please pay attention so we can receive lots of input during the webinar. Okay, before we begin, I would like everyone to stand up and sing along lagu Negaraku and Wawasan Setia Warga UiTM.
Bersatu kita warga UiTM, kita bangsa perkasa, taat dan setiaku untuk negara, penuh semangat wajar. Kita jangan mudah terlupa pengorbanan perjuangan anak bangsa. Kita jangan mudah terleka kemajuan keamanan yang ada. Kita berterima kasih pada pemimpin-pemimpin negara. Kita rasa perlu bersyukur kerahmat dan kemuliaan darinya. Kamilah penemuan pewaris bangsa, kamilah pegangan bangsa Malaysia, kamilah warga berwawasan untuk negaraku.
Alright, hello and good afternoon everyone. Welcome to our webinar. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Ahmad Muaz bin Selamat and I'm going to be your moderator for today's webinar. First of all, I would like to welcome everyone to Sustainability in Production with Nestle. Welcome to this webinar. On behalf of the organizing committee, we extend our appreciation for presence today. First, I would like to highlight some of the do and some of the don'ts during our webinar sessions. Reminder to our audience, please make sure that your mic is muted all the time so that we are able to enjoy the webinar. Please give your full attention to this webinar. I'm sure all of us here will be able to gain knowledge and learn more about today's topic. And last but not least, we'll be having a Q&A session at the end of this, or you can just type it in the chat box to post your questions. Our group will monitor all the posting in the chat box. Please don't be hesitant and feel free to ask. Thank you. Okay, that's all for the reminder. We will start by asking one of our fellow students to recite prayer, Ahmad Amin bin Shamsuddin.
Al-Fatiha. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin wassalatu wassalamu ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Ya Allah, Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim, berkatilah dan rahmatilah perjalanan program Sustainable in Production with Nestle pada hari ini. Sesungguhnya, Engkau Maha mengetahui bahawa kami di sini ingin menimba ilmu dan mengembangkan lagi ilmu pengetahuan kami. Ya Munzilal Barakat, kami juga memohon perlindungan daripadamu dari segala perkara yang boleh mencacatkan program kami dan daripada segala perkara yang melalaikan kami. Kami berkumpul untuk menimba ilmu, bertukar pendapat, menyumbangkan buah fikiran, menghubungkan silaturahim untuk meningkatkan lagi prestasi kami. Dengan itu, kau berkatilah program webinar kami pada hari ini. Ya Allah, semoga usaha kami mendapat rahmat-Mu dari mula hingga akhir. Allahumma ftah alaina hikmataka wa syur'alina min hawzai min rahmatika rahmar rahimin. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanah wa qina azabannar. Wa sallallahu ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wasallam. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Tawallahu minna.
Amin amin ya rabbal alamin. Thank you for the prayer, Ahmad Amin. May Allah grant us success and blessing for our webinar today. So without further ado, to kick off this webinar, I will first hand over to our program leader, Muhammad Adam Hakim bin Muhammad Razali. Please welcome.
Thank you, Muaz, for hosting our webinar today. Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. Welcome to our lecture for the subject of NC3G, which is Sustainable Operation Management, Madam Faizatul Asma binti Amaruddin, and not to forget to welcome Michelle Woon as the Head of Sustainability and Government Relations, as well as our webinar speaker on this evening. And not forget to mention the committee of this webinar, fellow student of Faculty Business Management UiTM Shah Alam, and dear fellow friends, thank you and welcome everyone. First of all, I would like to say thank you to Michelle for accepting our invitation to join our webinar today. As you may be aware, this webinar is for our project assignment, which is also supervised by our lecturer, Madam Faizatul, who has contributed to the start of this webinar under the topic the Sustainable Operation Management. However, this is also important to provide information, raise awareness about the issue, and assist people in comprehending the steps that individual and the government can take to develop better lifestyle choice for the world. It also seeks to educate everyone about sustainable production at Nestle and cooperation with the of support and how we can contribute to their effort. So without further ado, I will hand the floor over to the host to proceed. Thank you.
Alright, thank you Adam for the introduction. So once again, welcome to our webinar. Before we start, I would like to give a short introduction about our distinguished speaker, Michelle Woon. Our speaker is the Head of Sustainability and Government Relations and Nestle Products, Sendian Berhad, and she started her career in 2008. She has over 20 years of expertise in supply chains, including 12 years in procurement, material control, production planning, supply planning, and logistics management. During the COVID-19 pandemic situation, she used her project management talents to help the organizations implement best practices, tracking systems, and strong stakeholder interaction with ministries and authorities. Without any doubt, we think that Michelle Woon is simply a qualified person to talk about our topic today. We are very grateful that Michelle is willing to take some time of her busy schedule and spends the next hour with us. I believe that everyone's ready for today's discussion. So without further ado, let's begin this webinar. We will give this time back to Michelle. Please, Michelle.
Thank you everyone for this very warm welcome. I think you're all students, right? Any professor here? Just want to know. Any professor here? Can you hear
No,
me?
Michelle.
Sorry, just want to test the mic, everything first.
Yes, we can.
Can you hear me? Yes, okay. So all of you students, or actually some actually professor?
No, we have no professor.
Okay. So it's all students here. So, okay. I feel very young and very energetic then. Okay. So allow me to share a few slides, yeah? I'm just wondering, can you see my screen? Hello?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Okay, yeah.
If you allow me, maybe I will need to switch on my camera for a while because it's easier for me to present as well.
All right.
Okay.
Can you see my screen now?
Not yet. No.
Okay, maybe just wait for a while.
Okay.
Can you see my screen?
We still cannot see the presentation.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure why. Let me try again, huh? How about now?
Okay, now we can see.
Yes. All right, good.
Yes.
Yeah, so selamat sejahtera, selamat petang, and also a very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. So really thank you for inviting me to this speaking sessions. Yeah. So I just understand that actually this is sustainability in production. So maybe what I'm sharing here is not really production, but I also include some of the initiatives in production, of course, but it's actually the entire sustainability initiatives and also journey in Nestle Malaysia. I hope to give you a more holistic view of what we are actually doing in sustainability journey in Malaysia. And also, I will share a little bit of our CSV, or maybe in layman term, you're probably more familiar with creating shared value or corporate social responsibility program in Nestle. I hope this is okay for all of you here.
Yes, miss.
Yeah, thank you. So before I share a little bit more on sustainability, I would like to take this opportunity to share a bit on Nestle as a company. Okay. So Nestle is a Swiss-based company, and we actually established about like 150 years ago. It is the largest F&B company in the world with over like 1 billion products sold every day in the world. So that means that about 1 in 8 of the people in this world actually interacts or consumes our product daily. Just a check, can you see my screen?
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, thank you. If you can't see, then you let me know. All right. So for Nestle Malaysia, I'm sure that our products is not like a stranger to you. I'm sure that it's quite familiar to all of us here if you're Malaysian. So Nestle has been in Malaysia for like more than 110 years. This year is our 111 years, triple one. Yeah. So we started in Penang, and one of the product was actually Milkmaid. For those that senior enough, but I don't see anyone of you here because you are so young and you all are students. So I think you may not hear about this susu Cak Chunjung before, which actually the older Malaysians, they would probably remember. It was our first product before all these fancy products came out. So we are also the largest halal producer for Nestle, and also about like 20 to 25% of our products actually exported. And you can see here, we are also the biggest halal producer in Nestle world, and also is the global center of halal excellence. And some of our products here, as you can see, is our very famous household brands, like for example, Milo, Nescafe, Maggi, and many other products. I'm sure that in your kitchen or at home or in your hostel, you will have 1 or 2 of these products. I mean, for example, like Maggi, when you're hungry, then you can actually make a cup of Maggi. I hope all these products is not new to you. Yeah. And this is a very busy slide. I will not go through the details, just to share with you that we have a very comprehensive roadmap established to tackle with the climate change. As you know that climate change is one of the society's greatest challenges. Okay, it is also one of the greatest risks to the future of our business, as we are the food and beverage company. And solving this problem requires all of us here, especially you guys, because you are the future generations. And we have to act with great urgency. You know, as the world's largest and also the biggest food and beverage company, which is Nestle, we have the size and we have the skill and we have the reach to influence others and to inspire collective actions. So we actually invite more parties to join us to tackle climate change issues together. And I will not go through the details or the content of the roadmaps, but I just want to show you that in this roadmap, we are actually committed to net zero by 2050 and also to reduce by 50% by 2030. And we have a very challenging targets, and we say that by 2025, which is 2 years later, we want to reduce our emissions by 20% and to achieve plastic neutrality. What does it mean by plastic neutrality? As you know that Nestle, we actually food and beverage company. So some of our products, I would say that most of our products actually in a packaging format. We use packaging. So our commitment is whatever packaging or the plastic that we use, we want to collect back. So we want to achieve like neutrality by 2025. It's a very, very challenging targets here. And just to share that, you know, along the value chain, which is from farm to fork, this is an end-to-end kind of effort from upstream all the way to downstreams. So, you know, we take a whole life cycle approach to determine the carbon footprint of our products. And it is a process that involves working with many others parties, such as like farmers, logistic partners, and also consumers. As you can see here, to achieve net zero carbon emissions by 2050, we need to act throughout the entire value chain. Yeah. So, and at the end of the value chain here, we actually looking forward to work with our customer to shape their offering and also with our consumer to encourage more sustainable purchasing and also consumption. So the effort is not just on the consumers or not just on the manufacturing or production, but it's all the way from agriculture, how the products actually, you know, from, let's say, for example, the raw material, how is actually start from the agriculture part, and then, you know, from to the raw material suppliers and manufacturing, which is production, and then how we packaging our products, logistic, how we dispatch and then send to our retail or business channels, as well as consumers, and how the consumers dispose the products. So this is the entire value chain kind of exercise for us. Okay, and also we need action from governments and regulators to create a very clear and fair rules for company to make progress in order to make the journey successful. So along the journey, and we are also ensure that ESG compliance is something that we are focusing as well. And this is again a very busy slides across the value chain. What are the key actions? But I just want to highlight here. So we actually listed down here broadly some of the key actions that Nestle actually has taken across the supply chain. So I don't intended to go to each one of it, but just to highlight that, you know, like for example, you know, some of the elements here, sourcing our ingredients sustainably. So we have to ensure that we are working with the farmers, suppliers, and also communities to source ways that protect the ecosystem, to reduce emissions and to enhance livelihood. Maybe in terms of the sustainability in production, which is relevant to your topic today, is using renewable energy to manufacture our products. So we actually have a very good measures in this to ensure that, you know, all our factories is 100% renewable energy. Yeah. So it's be it like, you know, you install the solar panel or you are using the green electricity from the TNP side. Yeah. So as you can see here, again is an entire value chain effort. The actions is not just sitting on farmers or maybe just sitting on the manufacturing, but it's actually in every single aspects, all the way from ingredients to the packaging to logistics and to brands to the products itself to manufacturing and also to our consumer, how we actually communicate to the consumer. So it's a very important end-to-end process. Yeah. And just to share with you, perhaps now you're actually more familiar with ESG, okay, environment, how's this social governance emerging. But before ESG emerging, actually at Nestle, we have been keep advocating creating shared value. Creating shared value, maybe in layman terms, you will know more about corporate social responsibility. Yeah, but in Nestle, we call creating shared value, which is CSV. It's a fundamental part of the way we do business, and also that we focuses on specific areas of the company, core business activities, where value can be actually best created for both society and also for the shareholders. Our CSV strategies drive sustainability through partnerships with suppliers and also environmental organizations, as well as with other corporations. There are three key pillars that we are focusing to unlocking the power of food to enhance quality of life for everyone today and for generations to come. As you can see here, there are three key focus areas, which is for the individuals and family, for our communities, and also for the planet. So it sits well in the social environment, so on and so forth. And also these are some of the key impact areas that we are able to influence, and is contributed to 7 SDG goals as well. And I will share it, some of our key initiatives along this way, which is, in these three key pillars, what we actually have done to the community, to the social, and also to the environment. And for these, for individuals and families, we are actually focusing on a few areas. One of it is to encourage healthy lifestyles. As you know that Nestle is a food company, and we are advocating good food, good life. And we have a lot of nutritious products. Like for example, Milo. It has been very active in the Milo Sports program. So that's one that we actually very active in, is actually for example the Milo Champions e-coaching clinic, or Milo All-Star Challenge, as well as Milo E-Active Zone. So we are actually reaching out to 100 children nationwide. In the next we aim to reach out to this 100,000 children nationwide over the next 5 years. Especially during pandemic, we use a lot of e-coaching, we use a lot of virtual kind of engagement with the children, but more now because of it's come to endemic period, so we are trying to do more physical events with the children. And the other one, which is very a key or famous, is actually our Maggie Secondary School cooking competitions. Yeah, this is how we provide the students with opportunity to hone their culinary skills. So we work together with some secondary schools, and we conduct this cooking competition together with them. You see here, this is Chef Muluk. He is our in-house chef celebrity. So we try to equip the students with very valuable life skills, for example, cooking, to make more good choices for nutritious and also balanced meal. So since 2021, we have reached out to more than 1,000 students from more than 300 schools nationwide for this program. And also in Nestle, we have one program called Nestle for Healthier Kids. I think this is probably not so relevant because you guys are actually from these university students, but this is more for the 7 to 12 years old kids. This is one of the programs that we collaborate with the Ministry of Education and Nutrition Society of Malaysia. So this is to aim to improve the nutrition knowledge through virtual as well as physical activities with them. So this is some topics that we are actually involved in. This is a Malaysian food pyramid, food portioning, and also healthy food choice. So this program is a nationwide program, and it has been started since 2010 and engaged over 110 school children nationwide. And that's another activities that Nestle is actually driving it almost every year, which is Nestle Omega Plus Walk a Million Miles. This is last 20 years annual program that we are conducting in conjunction with the World Heart Month. And you know that we have a lot of brands in Nestle. We have Milo, we have milk, we have Maggi, and Omega is actually one of the key brand in under milk. So we encourage the nation to work for their own health and work for those that in need, and also work for a healthier nation. So with this, well, let's say we achieve like above 1 million miles, then we will donate X amount of money to these heart health associations. So last year we have achieved like 1.18 million miles collectively, and we have also donated this 100,000 to two heart health associations. And community, we are not just doing for the students, for the needy, but at the same time, we are also nourishing the community, especially during COVID time. So just to share that, we are also in this food bank program because, as a food company, at times we may have some surplus food. So we partnership with the Lost Food Project and also Yayasan Food Bank to provide some surplus food and beverage goods to the low-income families and also individuals, or we call P40. So this is actually benefiting like over 190,000 families here. And also during COVID time, we have done a lot to the community. So one of it that I would like to mention is actually the meals and goodness packs for the frontliners and also for the vaccinated individuals. So I'm not sure which vaccination center you went before. We actually engage with this Pegasus Hotel, the IDCC vaccination center. We launched this meals and goodness pack, and also we also supported the UCSI University as well during that time. So we were also giving like cash donations to MRCS to upgrade their medical equipments, and we also working with Ministry of Health launch quality transit stations to support the close contact patients. There was one time the close contact is actually needed to go to the quarantine center. And some of the families, especially the B40 families, they do not have the facility or means at home. Yeah. So therefore we actually provide this place to them to do quarantine. And in terms of people, or in terms of employment side, so we are also promoting a very decent employment and diversity. So just to share that in Nestle, we are promoting diversity and inclusion. Yeah. So we have actually enhanced our gender balance in our workplace and empower the women across the entire value chain. So 53% of our management employees actually are women, and 38% are actually holding the senior leadership positions. So last year, we also enhanced our parental policies, which we forced to foster a healthier environment that empowers employees both in their professional and also personal lives. So even our maternity leave is actually also kind of like more than outside as well. So we have increased to like 112 calendar days, which is a paid leave. Even for father, paid paternity leave as well. We are giving them like 21 calendar days a year. So in terms of youth employment, I think this is more relevant to you all here because you guys are young and you are youth. So I'm sure that after your university, you would like to look for the opportunity working in corporate, like for example, Nestle. So this is where we also help to to increase the youth employment opportunity. So we aim to empower our young talent here through educations and training opportunities, and also equip them with capability to enhance their employability. So you know what? We have rolled out these Nestle Needs Youth initiatives across all our operations. That means in all our factories, we have a few Nestle Needs Youth program. There are like a few. We have the management trainee program, which you can actually Google and check. And we have this apprenticeship and also internship. And we have like on-site and also direct hire purchase for youth. So just to share that, as of like November last year, 2021, we have employed a total of 660 youths. So it's exceeded our commitment because during that time was COVID. A lot of graduates, they came out and they couldn't find a job. So we have a commitment to employ at least 500 youth by 2021. So we actually exceeded our target that year. And to address the climate change, we also want to address our own people, which is Nestle employees. So people are always at the heart of our climate actions here. So as you can see here, for employees, we encourage people to also take part in all the sustainability activities. For example, every year we will do an annual beach cleanup, and this is a nationwide kind of beach cleanup activities. Yeah. So last year we actually have like over 500 employees together with our Ministry of Environment and together, which is our external guests, together in these beach cleanup events in 2021. So collectively, we have recovered 12 tons of waste since 2018. So this is like since 2018 till 2022 is already like 4 years kind of events already. And not just the beach cleanup, but we are also doing the underwater cleanup. Perhaps next time, we can actually have some collaborations with UiTM and say that we can invite your students come over and do some beach cleanup together. Yeah. And also, other than the beach cleanup, we are also doing some mangrove replanting because we believe that we want to restore the health of the mangrove or the tree ecosystem in the area. And we have one project called Project Relief, and this is to also contributing to the project itself. And again, in 2021 December, it was like a flood. It was very critical during that time. And what we did was we actually mobilized our Nestle Cares employees, and we went to volunteers and to assist in the cleaning up of like 23 homes of the affected employees from these devastating flash floods that hit Malaysia in December 2021. Thank God that last year we did not have this problem in West Malaysia, but I guess that in East Malaysia they have this problem as well. And also every year we will also do this back to school. So we collaborating with this NGO and also some MRCS, Empire Projects, and different NGO to donate school supplies and also uniform to the B40 students, especially the B40 students for back to school. Every year we will actually help these students, and this has been like benefited 2,200 students across Malaysia. And yes, we have another project which I shared earlier, which is the Relief at Home. So this is actually, we give the seedlings to the employees, they go back and plant, and after a few months time, once the tree is getting higher, then we ask them to bring back, and we will continue the planting for this for the tree. So these are all that we do with our employees. I just want to share with you that, in Nestle, all these sustainability initiatives is not just about external, but we are also doing internally with our own employees, to give you some perspective of how Nestle is doing our sustainability actions. And under communities, which is more on the social and environment, so just to share that there are also a lot of initiatives that we are actually doing. And 50 to 60% of our sourcing are actually from the farm produce, because we have some products that actually the raw material, like for example our Nestle Chili Club, which is the chili sauce that you are consuming. I'm not sure whether you like our Maggi chili sauce. Just to share that the chili is actually from our own farm in Kelantan. Yeah. And globally, we have other program as well, which is like Net Zero Farm, and also for cocoa, we have the forest preservation, so on and so forth. And this is what I shared just now, which is on some of our local initiatives, which is, for example, the chili is actually from this raw chili from Kelantan, and we have also the rice from this Kedah, as well as coffee from Kedah as well. And we are also leveraging the nation's own solution, which I shared just now, is a Project Relief. So Project Relief is aims to plant 3 million trees in 3 years. So we started this project in 2021. So we are supposing to hit 3 millions by this year. But because of COVID, we are actually slightly delayed. So as of this is a bit, this number is not updated, just to share that as of today, we have planted around like 720,000 trees. So this project is working together with like a few partners, which is not just the government sectors, but it's also like some private corporations, like for example, Dabi, IOI, so on and so forth, to make this program successful. And this is also the project that we will contribute to our global pledge towards net zero GHG emissions by 2050. And for the planet, so we talk about community, we talk about social, and now we are also contributing to the planet in terms of our sustainability projects. So we have a commitment, like what I mentioned just now, we have a very committed commitments, which is also a global commitment. We say that by 2025, we want to have all 100% of our packaging is recyclables or reusable. And also our vision is none of our packaging, including plastic, ends up in landfill or as a litter. So, we need to rethinking our plastic packaging. How can we design our packaging? This is actually related to sustainability in production, because packaging pillar is under production, just to share. And 100% of our packaging has to be recyclables or reusable by 2025. It means that we have to design our packaging in a way, it has to be the material that we are using for the packaging, it has to be recyclables or at least reusable. So I will share some example with you later. And also, we want to play a very active role in development of like collection, sorting, and recycling schemes, and to increase the recycled plastic in our packaging as well. And we are accelerating packaging for the future. So as you know that, we need to reduce, we need to reuse or refill, redesign the packaging, we have to recycle, and also we need to have a rethink behavior. So we have all the system in place, but if let's say, people are not thinking, people are not changing their mindset, that's also eventually they will still as a litter. So education awareness is super important in educating people in packaging. Do not waste packaging. So just to share that this is some of the latest design for recycling product packaging in Nestle. And we have about a few more, but just to give you some example here, I hope that you can actually go out and purchase and then just check out what are the labels and then why we are advocating all this. Like for example, this Nescafe ice, I'm not sure whether you have drank it before, but let's try. And this is actually 100% recycled PET bottles. We are using the recycled resin to produce the bottle here. And there's a label here. And I think in Malaysia, there's none of the packet. There's no other plastic bottles is 100% recycled. So ours is 100% recycled. And also we have this paper packaging ice cream in the market. So La Cremeria, and we have like the latest one. I'm not sure whether you have eaten, which is the pink color one. It's a cheese, strawberry cheese ice cream. It's also in paper wrapping. And then we have La Cremeria, and we have the cappuccino as well. It's all in the paper packaging. And also we are also keep slowly changing our products. Like for example, the Maggi, Aglio Olio, and also Tomatolicious to like 30% RPP, which is also one of the recycled material as well. But it's not 100% yet because it still takes some time for us to change the entire packaging. And this is a very interesting modus operandi in Nestle. That's one of the key projects also we are driving in Nestle. So later on, when doing Q&A, I will ask you a bit of questions, who stay where, all this, just to share that one of the key projects under this building the system for the recycling is door-to-door collections and also recycling program. which we are actually in collaborations with 4 municipalities and also 1 concession S. So we started these collections in different area in Klang Valley, and working together with the municipality of PJ, MBPJ, MBSA, MBSJ, Subang Jaya, and also and also Klang as well, and KL, a few areas in KL. So for those who stay in Shah Alam, like for example, this Denai Alam, and also city of Aminia, all this area we have started the collections. And also PJ, there are a few areas that we have done, we are collecting already, which is like Ara Damansara, Kota Damansara, and SS2, all these areas. So, this is one of the door-to-door collections and recycling program that we have been doing since 2020. So not just the door-to-door collections, but Nestle is also doing river plastic collections as well. So as you see that, as you know that, our Sungai Klang there is actually one of the key river that always collecting a lot of littering. So, but they do have this log boom, which is able to trap the waste, but eventually this is actually go to the landfill. So what we did was we collaborate with the local government to collect especially the plastic bottles by the river, and we work with the community there to collect these PET bottles. And with this, we have actually successfully diverting 1.1 million bottles from the landfill. Yeah. And also, not just urban collections, we are also doing the rural collections as well. Because we know that for people that, living in kampong, because the route is very small. So if the municipality, they may not want to go in to the kampong to do collections because the route is so small and the truck is so big, right? So what we did was we actually working with the municipality and also the ketua kampong there, and we help them to enhance the whole poor waste management system in this Sungai Kandis, Kampung Sungai Kandis, and Kampung Jalan Kebun in Shah Alam, and also part of like Klang here, Klang and Shah Alam here. So this is actually covering like more than like 20,000 villages in 2 villages, 20,000 households in these 2 villages. So we are also working with the community there, and because some of the community, they are actually B40. So we are providing this opportunity for them to work together with us in this project so that they can actually earn some additional income. Yeah. So we are also working with informal sector and like junkyards, all this in terms of the collections, and also a strata recycling program, which is collecting from the apartment and also some PPR as well. And this is the door-to-door collections that I mentioned just now. So the number has been updated, and now we actually already achieved like more than 100,000 households in Selangor and Greater KL with this project. Okay, and also Nestle is we have a lot of brands, as I mentioned just now. So a lot of communications and how to drive sustainability. We can't just talk about production, but we are also harnessing the power of brand. For example, people know brand more than other things. Sometimes when we talk about Milo, then they probably know Milo more. It's just like when I talk to you, show you all this, maybe Milo. But when I talk about the project itself, it will be a bit confusing, and also maybe you cannot relate to that. So in Nestle, we have this brand called Milo. I think all of you here are very familiar with Milo, yeah? So we have this program called Milo Sayang Bumi. So it's like a sustainability pledge movement to focus on these 3 plastic impacts goals, which is to reduce the plastic waste in landfill and waterways, reduce the production of plastic, and also to promote the use of renewable energy sources. So these are the key, some of the key initiatives here, which we have changed all our plastic straw to paper straw. And also, if you know about our Ketan project, which the UHD actually can be recycled and become like the rooftop for the Orang Asli homes. And also we have like reducing plastic in all our UHD products and changing the Higgs space for the Milo less sweets as well. And in terms of production, we talk about innovations and also making our portfolio fit for the future. There are a few products which is like plant-based products. I'm not sure whether you have seen all these plant-based products, because if you talk about plant-based, then it's actually for sure, because it's no meat, that is lower carbon emissions. We have launched this Harvest Gourmet. Here, the nuggets, if you have not tried it, I encourage you to go and get some and try, because it's really good. It tastes like a chicken, but it's not a meat, okay? It's not chicken, but it's all plant-based, and it's a lower carbon emissions. And also some of the dairy-free beverage, which is like Nescafe almond latte, oat latte, and also Milo almond, Milo dairy-free products. So as a plant-based products, they are always like, offer better for the planet, and also they require a lower environmental footprint to produce. So another one which is also relevant to our production, which we have already now 100% achieved renewable energy in 2022 last year. So we actually we purchased this green electricity tariff, which is GET program, which is launched by KETSA in end of 2021. So last year we already subscribed to this, and all our factories already green. You might be wondering why we don't want to install the solar cell, because we did install some of the solar cell. I would say that maybe 1 or 2% of our factories, but because of some safety concern, so we can't install for all the factories, but instead we actually trying also to getting this program from the TNP, and so that we are actually using the green electricity from the source. Yeah. And these are all like I think probably also relevant to sustainability in production. So we are also water is one of our key pillars as well, caring for water across our operations and also communities. Just to share that all our 6 factories in Malaysia already achieved the zero waste to landfill status, meaning that our waste in factory is actually not go to the landfill, but instead we have done some animal feed and also other means. So all the factories, Nestle factories, complexes of these have this water waste treatment plant, and treating 100% of our factory wastewater before we discharge it. Okay, and also in terms of the community engagement, on water side, we have this program called Safe Water, Safe Communities, which we are partnering with the Global Peace Foundations, or we call GPF, since 2018, to help to provide clean access water, and also understanding of safe water practice among the underserved orang asli communities in Pahang and also in Seremban. So last year, because of last 2 years, because we see that because of COVID, and this group of underserved people, they are really like even the basic facility they cannot enjoy. So what we did was we together with the GPF, we helped them to build washroom sets, and also help them to cultivate the habit of personal hygiene via this water sanitations and hygiene, which is a wash training as well. So this program also benefited over 4,565 villages, and we have also contributed like over 300 water filter system to them. And we also built 47 washrooms since in 2021 in Pahang. Yeah, and just to share that, we above all we have done. So we are also very active. Nestle is not just about the corporate company to advocate all these good initiatives, all the sustainability actions, but at the same time, we are also partnering, and we are also work with other companies, which is Maria. You can also Google it. It's a Malaysian Recycling Alliance, which comprises of, at the first time when we first set up this, we only have 10 companies, but now we have like 13 companies under this Maria, and it's a voluntary EPR organization, which now is already more than 10 brand owners. But when first started, we only have 10 brand owners, but now we have like 13 brand owners join force in driving this circularity of post-consumer packaging waste. So just to share that our CEO, Nestle Malaysia CEO, Mr. Juan Aranos, he is also holds the chairman role in this Maria as well. Yes, this is my last slide. I hope that I'm not boring you guys, and I welcome any questions. I know it's a bit comprehensive and probably is also very complicated. Sustainability is not a straightforward topic. Yeah. Maybe you don't have to relate to what I presented. You can also ask some questions in general. I will try my best to answer you. Yeah, based on what I understand and also I know.
Yeah. Thank you, Michelle. Now that we have come to the Q&A session, if you guys have any questions, you can just unmute the mic or type in the chat box. Let's start with the questions from the audiences. All right, the first question is I have from Nurul Izzati, which is I have a question to ask regarding Nestle commitment to packaging. With regard to the most recent design that Nestle has produced, in your opinion, where is Nestle focusing more right now? Is it recycling or usable packaging?
In terms of packaging, you mean?
Yes.
Actually, we are focusing on all three because as I share with you, we have a global commitment, which is also local commitment. We want to have like 100% recyclables or reusable by 2025. So we are reducing the virgin plastic usage as well by 1/3. So in terms of packaging, I would say is equal important to reduce the plastic usage. Okay. And also, we want to ensure that even though you use plastic, but it has to be recycled, because if it's recycled, then it can be reused. So, in our products, we are trying to change to that way. And thirdly, is actually the collections. So, is now I want to ask some questions as well. Where are you staying? Whether your
Puncak
house,
Alam.
Shah Alam. So, which area?
I'm in Puncak Alam.
Oh, Puncak Alam. So, Puncak
Yes.
Alam belum lagi. So,
I'm in Puncak Alam.
if it's like Puncak Alam, Sarah,
So,
and
Puncak
Shah Alam
Alam
baru
lagi.
start. Macam like
I'm in Puncak
Alam,
Alam.
if it's like Puncak Alam, Sarah,
So,
and
Puncak
Shah Alam
Alam
baru
lagi.
start. Itu apa?
Macam
City of
like,
Armenia,
I'm in Puncak Alam.
Subang Jaya pun ada. Sarah,
So,
and
Puncak
Shah Alam.
Alam
Klang pun sudah start. City of she's like Armenia, Subang Jaya, all these places. We started with the Klang pun sudah start. I want to say she's like landed property first. Subang Jaya, all these places. So one day you will go to Puncak Alam for sure.
All right, thank you, Michelle, for the answer. Before we continue to the next question, I would like to welcome our instructor, Madam Faizatun. If you have any question, Madam.
Cannot hear.
I think Madam has left our session because she has some urgent matter. All right, we continue for the next question. As a person of industry, at what level do you think that sustainability awareness among our society has reached the business corporation and manufacturer in Malaysia?
Sorry, come again. Is this in the...
This question is about the awareness among the society.
Oh, yeah.
How far it has reached, yes.
So, as Nestle, because as I mentioned in my beginning of the presentation, Nestle is such a big company. So we have the skill, we have we can influence, in a way. So, for example, like all the products that we are producing. So we are changing the format, we are changing the packaging. This is all we are doing for the consumer. And then, of course, you guys also one of our consumer as well. So we are doing engagement, and also we will share in the press release. And then of course nowadays is no press, maybe no one to go and flip the newspaper and read. I think you guys are more prone to this IG, social media kind of things, right? So this is also one of the platform that we are doing engagement and awareness. But of course, from the corporate side, what we are doing is, like, for example, the door-to-door collections. You know what we did? We go house by house, door to door, and knock their door, and to talk about what is this program, what we are giving to them. We are giving them the bin if you are involved in this program, and then we explain to them why we need to do that. If you don't do that, what will happen? So these are the awareness that we are actually creating. But of course, when comes to like certain period of time, we also do some engagement with the residents with the, like for example, now I'm doing with the students. Last UiTM last year, actually I have a few speaking engagement with UCSI and also TACOT Utah as well. So these are all part of the engagement. Maybe for now you are still don't know what she's trying to talk about. It's very complicated, but it's okay because sustainability is a very complicated subject. Yeah, but you just need to do it. As you know that don't, if you want to use the plastic, then just to remind yourself, instead of using plastic, can I go and get a cup and just to refill the water with a cup instead of using the mineral water? Because after that you will just throw it, right? And then start to do some segregation at home. Two stream is good enough already. Solid waste, for those that is dirty rubbish, that's one. And recyclables, try to clean it and then you can put in another bag. So do a bit of segregations at home. Try to do from home. Then you will see it's a changing of behavior. Yeah.
Right,
So
thank you.
are you guys all in sustainability in production? In this major in something, major in sustainability, is it?
Major in operation, but we have a subject that
Major in operations. Yeah. Sustainability is one of the project. It is one of the subject. Okay.
yes.
So what I'm also very curious because I'm not major in sustainability, but I did business last time, but now I'm in this field. So I'm also curious what your lecturer actually teach you in sustainability in production. It's all theory, is it? Renewable energy, reduce water, reduce what's it called? Electricity efficiency.
Yes.
Hmm.
We learn more about carbon footprint,
Yes.
gas emissions.
Yeah, that's what I showed you earlier. So therefore, to reduce the carbon footprint, you need to also focus on external. It's not just a production. For example, I'm just sharing with you in Nestle, our manufacturing footprint is very minimum, but 90% of our manufacture of our carbon footprint is actually scope 3, which is external. If it's manufacturing, it's scope 1 and scope 2, because that's something that you can influence, you can change. You make your production more efficient, you change to solar panel, that kind of things that you can do within your control. But actually, the major carbon footprint for manufacturing is not from the manufacturing itself. It's actually external factor, which is the raw material, which is ingredients, which is from your supplier, from your logistic people. From your logistic part. So it's across the value chain. Yeah. Last year we have this MBA students from one of the university. So they are MBA, so they came here and they want to do this carbon footprint project with us. I think even though they are MBA student, they also took a few rounds to understand what is all this about. Yeah. Yes. Any other questions?
Okay, guys. If you have any other question, you can just unmute or type in the box. We have one question, Michelle. The question is about how efficient the sustainable technology being used in Nestle company. What's the difference between traditional technology, which is not cost effective, and other things? So what's the difference between that technology and the new technology that applies sustainable in their technology?
Sustainable technology, I'm not so sure I understand these questions. Yeah, because whether or not the technology is sustainable, but of course we have to ensure it is sustainable, which is from your energy use and then your water discharge. All this you have to ensure that your practices along the value chain is sustainable. So the machine itself, I think we can't do much because we have some limitations in the machine. Yeah. So to me, I think it's more on the practices and also how we actually produce the product. That's very important. Yeah.
Alright, any more questions?
I have a question. When after time COVID, sometimes the because kita nak buat apa, sustainable time COVID, there's halangan macam ada SOP. So macam mana waktu COVID nak misalkan nak buat macam home to home like that mesti buat.
So sorry saya tak berapa jelas because I think your mic is also yeah.
Hello. Dengar?
Okay, now better. Yes.
Sebab time COVID.
About SOP, I heard about macam like home to home, tapi I tak berapa jelas. Boleh tak ulangkan?
Okay. Time COVID tu kan ada SOP macam yang kita.
Oh, masa COVID ya.
Ya. So macam mana Nestle nak kekalkan macam buat house to house in walaupun ada SOP nak kena follow.
Good questions. Yeah, I macam mana I conduct this ceramah dengan you all now virtual kan? Sama juga. So during COVID time, we also expand to many areas. So kita buat macam because we cannot go door to door and knock their house. So what we did was we set up WhatsApp group. So we talk to them through WhatsApp. And of course, at the same time, we organize these kind of sessions. But honestly, kalau virtual punya engagement is actually less effective than physical. If I'm there just now, I was there just now and present physically with you all, you see my face and you know how, I can see your face, whether you dido ke, whether you really pay attention ke or whatever. That will be more engaging. But it does not stop us from continue even during COVID time. Even during COVID time in 2021, we managed to reach out to 30,000 household and collected about 700 tons of the plastic. Yeah. Last year, kita dah collect 4,000 tons of plastic. Tapi kalau you say that we collect everything, it's about 6,100 tons. And you know how many household in Klang Valley? It's 120,000 household. So, COVID will not stop us from doing things. So it's to see that how you actually, leverage on like what you mentioned just now, technology, all this to continue with the engagement. Yeah. Kita pun, pakai virtual lah. Tapi honestly, if you ask me, I prefer to talk to you all face to face, then you'll be very different. Yeah. It's okay. Next time.
Yes, thank you. I would agree with that point.
You can come over to, you can organize a visit to our factory. But factory, I would say a bit difficult lah because, kita macam ada some secret, in the factory kan. Sometimes factory pun susah sikit lah, ada SOP in the factory. Tapi kalau you datang to our head office, there's no issue. So next time, if you really want to visit our office in this next to One Utama, the one powerhouse there, you can just write to us, but give us some time lah. I mean, cannot you want to come tomorrow like that, Yeah. Then it will be better. Then you can see, then we can talk together. The engagement is tak sama lah, I would say.
Okay, hello Miss Michelle.
Hello, hi.
Okay, I'm Puan Faizatul lah.
Faizatul.
I'm the lecturer teaching the subject. Actually, the subject is sustainable operation management.
Yeah.
Obviously, we covered very general lah on the topic of sustainability.
Yeah.
And then macam you cakap lah, kita daripada business, but we don't touch a very technical issue. Okay, like engineering. Macam my student tadi tanya berkaitan dengan sustainable technology. So basically, it's about the renewable energy. That is covered by engineering field, is it?
Yeah. But actually, I also explained just now, like for example, Nestle kan, 100% all our factories already pakai the renewable energy. So it depends, some they will just install the solar panel, which is the best, honestly. kalau your factory can, I mean, in terms of manufacturing or operation, if you can install the solar panel, it's the best. That will absorb the best carbon, for you to reduce the carbon emissions. Tapi because in factory there's a lot of limitations, and also sometimes we have done all the risk analysis and also some risk assessment. So that's why kita 1 to 2% of our factory is already solar panel, pakai the solar panel. Tapi it's not 100%. But the remaining percentage, we actually subscribe to this green tariff program, which is launched by TNP and also KETSA last year. So at least all the electricity that we pakai is from the renewable sources. Yeah.
I have another question about the CSV, creating shared value.
Yes.
By Nestle. I think it's been in Nestle for quite some time.
Yes, it's our DNA.
I couldn't remember when lah. Tapi sebab I banyak tengok you all punya case study lah. You have many universities has make Nestle as their case study.
Oh, thank you so much.
Especially for students from UK, US, and other countries. So it seems that you are becoming the benchmark for many companies. And then macam you all is a international company kan. Jadi dan dia punya the CSV itu, I think is a really good example lah. It's a really good example to dia mainkan peranan from the start, from the beginning. Macam you kata daripada farm kan, daripada agriculture itself sampailah dia punya macam you punya terms adalah E&E, is it?
ESG. ESG,
End to end, is it?
End to end, yes. That means itu products you imagine lah, from the farm sampai consumer. Even though after consumer we jaga.
You
buang je, then we collect. Nestle collect.
That one is a closed loop concept lah.
Yes.
You mentioned about you collect the
recyclables.
The recycle box. Macam mana you sediakan selain daripada recycle center macam tu?
Actually kita bekerjasama dengan satu recycler called KPT. So KPT ini dekat Shah Alam. Okay. So we work together with them. So we engage them to do the collections. Then we pay them. Kita macam, I'm not sure whether one understand this EPR or not. Actually, it's an extended producer, EPR producer responsibility. So government, they want to implement this one to, like, for example, Nestle, kita produce kan. So eventually, they want all these producers to pay for the packaging that they create. So it's like, you bought packaging, you pakai so much packaging, you have to pay back. So Nestle, sebelum government buat this perancangan or to start this implementation, Nestle dah started this voluntary. Kita start dulu, kita nak kita engage consultant and kita learn dulu macam mana nak buat, because it's not like straightforward. So even KASA, KETSA, all these actually they work together with us and see that how can Nestle also help the government in terms of all this implementation, because it's not like straightforward. So kita bekerjasama dengan this KPT, which is a recycler, and of course kita kena ada itu endorsement and also blessing from the municipality like MBSA, MBPJ kan, because they are the majlis perbandaran. So kalau kita engage one of the recycler to collect the recyclables from the house, so they have to grant us the macam approval or permission lah.
From your opinion, how aware are the consumers in Malaysia towards sustainability?
We have done some a survey before. Of course, you see that awareness in general, they tahu. They know that, I cannot throw it ni lah, I cannot lah, plastic cannot use lah. But they buat ke tak buat, itu satu masalahnya. So that's why, because you tahu, tapi tak buat pun, there's nothing. Awareness is awareness, but important is also people taking action, and also they are like taking it urgently lah. Take this matter urgently. So I would say that awareness maybe ada, tapi macam like tak nak buat je. Tapi kan, you'll be surprised kalau Malaysian kita buat survey. I mean, from the project that we are doing kita dulu ingat kan, when you want to collect recyclables from house to house, they will ask you for money kan. Because
Yes.
kalau I sell to the paper lama, or I go to one of the junkyard and I sell, maybe I get back a few dollars,
Yeah.
or I get back a few ringgit. But you'll be surprised with the right engagement, awareness, and communications. Actually, all these residents or the consumers, they are willing to give you back. They understand, then they are willing to give you. I'm surprised, when we first started, we thought that everybody asked for like rewards. Kalau, those days kita orang like, send me your recyclables, I give you voucher lah, I give you something kan. Then only people like motivated. Tapi it's not. Because I'm not sure, because maybe because of Nestle go in and talk to them, encourage them, and then of course kita pun hantar like Milo Wen lah sometimes, and we go there and then we also talk to them. Maybe because of that, so people understand and they know that they want to do as a, ini macam you buat je because of you are the rakyat Malaysia, you want to make the country more greener kan. So they buat because of responsibility, and also they understand now, and also we give them convenient. Last time why they don't want to do? Imagine Buan, kalau I'm not sure Buan duduk dekat mana?
Puncak Alam.
Puncak Alam juga. So kita belum start lah Puncak Alam. Just to share that Puncak Alam is under Shah Alam kan?
Puncak Alam is under Kuala Selangor.
Kuala Selangor. Okay, so it's under Ulu Selangor Park kan? Under
No.
under Sabang ke? Under Kuala Langat?
Majlis Pembadaran Kuala Selangor.
Oh, Kuala Selangor. Kita belum
to Tanjung Karang, Kuala Selangor
okay.
to Perak.
I see. So kita belum start sana. Just to share that, kalau sekarang kita punya municipality, they buat like domestic collection, lepas tu dia buat macam like semua buang sekali kan? Ya, kalau you rasa macam depressed, kalau you buat semua domestic, lepas tu garden waste, lepas tu recyclables, you buat cantik-cantik, lepas tu they buang sekali on the same truck and then all campur sekali.
Yes, correct. So
You rasa macam
wasted lah bila kita segregate everything.
Exactly. So what we did was, Nestle, kita subsidize, kita support this recycler, and of course we talk to the municipality, like for example, in this case is Kuala Selangor punya municipality. We said that we want to help to enhance the waste management system. We don't want to like say, they are doing a good job, but of course they can be better. So what we did was, we said that there will be 2 + 1 + 1. We do another +1, which is just recyclables. So that means this dedicated lorry from Nestle support punya itu the special truck, it's a green truck. Kalau Alam Flora, because they prefer blue truck, so it's okay. So Alam Flora, kalau Nestle punya is blue truck. Kalau Selangor side is actually all green truck. So that one is actually dedicated. So that means once a week, our dedicated truck will go to Buan punya rumah, and just to take the recyclables. Take the recyclables, and then they go back and do sorting, because sometimes Malaysian they tak faham, and also kalau you want them to follow Germany, buat like glass lah, paper lah, aluminium lah, so many, then they confuse. So we say tak apa, as a start you bought one stream, that means recyclables semua put together, but we will do the sorting. That means our recycler will do the sorting, and then lepas tu whatever that can recycle, they will send for recycling. And then whatever that cannot recycle, they will send to this Ipoh Resource Co. Buat itu change to the what they call it waste to energy, macam like the cement fuel. So nothing to the landfill. So if I explain to Buan macam itu, Buan macam like semangat nak buat. You kata if I do, at least Nestle buat sorting the the recycler.
Kalau tidak, I kena prepare 4 bins lah.
Yalah. That's why and also we also acknowledge Malaysian kitchen kalau you normal household memang small kan, takkan you so many bins at home, you pun letak you punya periuk pun tak cukup. So what we do was we prepare a small macam just a small bin like a household bin to them, so we encourage them to put the clean recyclables inside. which is very encouraging. So then because of kita punya lorry pergi dia punya rumah and collect, we give them convenient, you give them accessibility. So people willing to do. They're not like, hey, give me back money, you know, something like that. It's not Malaysian. Kalau you educate them properly, they are willing to do. And then you explain to them, lepas you bagi this one, it's not go to the landfill. It will be recycled, it will be whatever, and then we show them, you know, some video, what we did. Kita punya recycler, ada itu semi-auto punya MRF. You can also arrange one of the day to the trip to one our recycler and see the machines, how they do sorting. It's a semi-auto machines. So all the recyclables will go up the conveyor, and then it will people will do some manual sorting, and then it will dump into the bin and separate. And then they will build it, and then they will send it to the recycler. It's a whole process. Yeah, it's a very good, I would say, in terms of education, I think that will be very practical experience for the students. Yeah,
we should start from the from the lower ground. Okay.
Yes.
From our children.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's all from me. Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you, Buan.
Okay, thank you, Madam Faizatul and Michelle. I think we have covered all the questions. Thank you so much for imparting and sharing your knowledge, thoughts, and expertise in the fields. We really appreciate your time and informative presentations. I hope everyone learned and pondered a lot, as I did from Ms. Michelle's presentations, inshallah. And last but not least, before we put this program to an end, let us take a bit of our time for photography sessions. Everyone can open the webcam so we can participate in the session. We count. Okay, 1, 2, 3. All right. We would like to thank every single one of you for attending and staying from the start until the end of the program. We hope everyone has gained new knowledge from this webinar and spread the messages to those around you. Before we leave, kindly scan the QR code for feedback form, and don't forget to fill in the registration form to receive a certificate for your attendance in today's webinar. So this includes the webinar. On behalf of the BA2445B and our presenters, Ms. Michelle and Madam, thank you for joining us today and have a great rest of your day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wabillahi taufiq.
Thank you, everyone. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye.
Thank you, Miss.
Bye.
Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you.
Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you. Have a nice day too.
Hope to see you in Nestle. Come and join us.
All right,
After your
we will.
graduation. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I said, ooh, I don't need the night. But when I'm like this, don't know what I just, hey, hey. I'm running all the time.
Dah settle guys. Tunggu apa lagi ni?
Tak ada postmortem ke?
Semata. Jom, sil dah. Kau start dulu.
Tidur dah?
Sekejap. Yang meeting medium.